this is the TILTA Hydra Lock Test 2. I've got the Osmo Pocket 3 set on tilt lock, so I want to see if I can get less rolling of me when I'm driving along, because I was finding it was moving around quite a bit, and hopefully the horizontal lock will make it a bit better. So I'm going down this road which I did before, which has got some horrendous lumps and bumps in. It's moving around. I've got it face tracked on myself, so wherever I move it should follow me as it's following me. And really this is just to see if I can get something that's a little bit more solid, so I'm not, on first inspection it's moving about. The problem I'm getting is moving the arm, a lot, and then you obviously do get a little bit of a roll, but what it's doing is it's smoothing out the look. When you're on a decent bit of road, it does settle down. Right, I've taken off my face, so that's not tracking my face anymore. Whether that makes it better. Actually, it probably does. For me, it's all about trying to make it look as natural as possible without it being completely fake, if that makes sense. You can smooth it out too much, and if you smooth it out too much, I don't think it works. So you want a nice natural feel to see. There's quite a lot of rattling. I don't know if I can hear that. I'll have to see that in the edit, but yeah, anyway, it's not too bad. I think this is better actually, not having the face tracking on. Maybe that's the answer. Let's open that up a bit. The problem with, if you've got a variable ND filter, I just adjusted it there, is like you go into shadow, coming back this way, obviously the sun is kind of behind me, is you want to try and get that cinematic look, but if you go into a shadow it goes too dark, and if you go into sun it goes too light, so it's just trying to find that balance that makes it more cinematic. So, but I don't know, I think there's a lot of rattling. Might have a look at that, and then I'll see if I can stop the vibration and the rattling. I'll be back. So I have now done FPV, so that's like free roll, which we'll see what that does. I'm really trying to find the best setting that works for pieces to camera in the car, because the Action 4, that's pretty good, but it's absolutely locked to the car. So if you go over any really harsh bumps in any really hard cars, then you do get a jolt and a bit of a vibration, and I'm looking to try and smooth these out. So I've got an additional seated mount, which is the shock absorber that goes on the front of it, There is a little bit of rattling coming from that, which I need to test one without that, because that might be that you can do it when you're obviously looking outside of the car from the front, and you're not doing a piece to camera, then you don't have to worry about that slight rattling. I need to see if that's picking up, but I've got the standard mount that comes with the Hydra arm, which I would be able to change out to stop that rattling, but it's supposed to settle it down a lot more and lose some of the vibrations. I think maybe this is slightly better because I'm not tracking my face. The face tracking seems to well, let me just turn it on. I can't do face tracking when I'm driving. Yeah, see, now it's now tracking my face. Let's see what that does. And it's all about the roll. When you go around the corner, you see how it's kind of rolling and then it settles back down again. It's moving as we go around the corner, which is fine, but sometimes it can feel a little bit, you might get a bit seasick almost, and I don't really want that. So if I turn this off, then that's back to normal. So now I'm not moving. Maybe that's settling it down. Maybe it's the face tracking. Might be the face tracking. Okay. Next, I'm going to try sticking it out on the bonnet. So this is on FPV, so it's got a free run on it, and you can see it's pretty much rock solid. I've got a filter I can add to this to cut through the reflections, which should make that a bit better. But the idea is I'm trying to just test different things. Yeah, it's pretty good. I wonder what it would be like if I was to turn it round now and do it out the front. I'm trying to be quite wary of people see it and they think I'm doing some sort of weird, well, they don't know what I'm doing. You get a lot of weird looks, but I've got like a suction, I've got a digital suction mount on there, so hopefully, God, fingers crossed, it's gonna not come off. This is now pointing out the front. Some people seem to have mounted them upside down, but I think this will. The idea is I can follow a car, I can put it on the front of my car, I can follow a car pretty well, which I might be able to do with this car down here. If you had another car, get out of the way, that you were following, I could quite easily follow that car. Feels super smooth, and it's got Yeah, I quite like that. Can move it around, obviously. Can track it a bit more like that. So that's the FPV, which I think actually is probably the right way to do it. And then if you had a car, I can go out the back, go out the front. Trouble is I don't have another car with me today, so not too easy. But we've got a big tractor. Let's see what that does. Yeah, I mean, I think it looks quite nice. Nice and smooth.